Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Super Lorcana World. Today is Tuesday, which means we are looking at all the nice YouTube comments left on some of my videos last week. A bunch of you left comments, so we're going to do about a dozen or so. I think I grabbed 13 comments that were really cool, or response worthy, I should say. And, I love doing it. So let's get the ball rolling, and we'll start with Nay5321. I'm really looking forward to Store Championship. I really hope to be able to attend at one. I'm going to do a rehab in May, June. If I'm unlucky, I can't go to any championships to do a rehab. A wider time span would have been better for me personally, unless I think a short time span is good for the majority of people. Yes, we are very back and forth. People either want a longer time span or they're okay with the time span we have. A lot of back and forth on this content. It's absolutely pretty interesting. Look at this though. A web host says a friend's store got rejected for this. They had to be able to host a 500 plus tournament. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't really speak to that, but I would definitely look into that because it seems really, really weird. And I think this is the comment I want. Aha, this is what I want. Out of order. Mega Kaiser says, I prefer the shorter time because I feel like if you go around every store that is holding one and try to scoop these cards up, it doesn't give a wider variety of people a chance to win. I know there will be people who do it anyway, but it should hopefully help reduce this. It also makes it feel more like an event, one-time thing, not something at every store for an entire month. We'll be curious to also see how many stores are selected for this, and if the size of store has to be much larger to be able to hold one of these. That bleeds into the other comment we just read. Maybe you need to be able to host a lot of people. I don't really know. That's not my area of expertise because I'm just ineligible straight up, so I'm not even worrying about it. But if you are concerned about that, Ravensburger has their website and you can check it out. See how we're kind of split on the whole topic, though? Some people would rather have longer because why not? And some people like it because why not? Me, I don't really care one way or the other. I'll take whatever we get and play. I love to do it, and there'll be some really cool games to play. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, there are some people in my competitive circle that really showed a lack of interest, like, oh, it couldn't have been another week longer or whatever. And I know a lot of thirsty tryhards, we'll call them, who would go to every event. And I mentioned one last week on the video. Someone I know in the States is just going to be driving to as many of them as possible, taking the time off work and just going because he's a thirsty competitive tryhard, and that's not a bad thing. I I support everyone in this game who wants to be in this game for the reasons that they want to be in this game, right? Unless you're a scalper, I don't support you. Then you can go fall off a bridge. But assuming you want to play the game, if you want to be the thirsty, try-hard player, go for it. Use what's available to you and do it. A salute, go for it. It makes me happy to see that people are taking the game serious enough that they're willing to do this. So, to me, it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just this is the plate that we're dealt right now. We got to eat the food on the plate. I said dinner. I don't know if you can tell that. Aladdin's Castle. Ruby Amethyst is definitely here to stay. With the addition of Jim Hawkins plus Queen's Castle, you threaten 4 lore with an extra draw by investing 5 ink value town. As much as I hate how it's been at the top, now it got new tools to keep it there. Perhaps Ruby Amethyst aggro will be that much better without having to push the game to turn on Maleficent with the addition of locations. Locations, in my opinion, are going to make the game a lot faster. We're not going to see any turn 3 kills yet. Thank God. But, turn 5 is a lot easier. I don't know if you can do that in Ruby Amethyst. But it will definitely speed up the way the game is played. And people will have to, keep that in mind as to how they're going to win the game. They have to be, expecting, oh, I could lose turn 5 right now. I could. Because I'm playing, an Emerald aggro location deck. That's a thing that can happen. So, keep that in mind. It is what it is. Kawaiza, best Amethyst card in this set is Queen's Castle, Mirror Chamber. Yes. That fills the role of the Sorcerer's Spellbook and does more. It's inkable, draws you cards, hard to remove 7 willpower, and gains 2 lore passively every turn just being there. I love this. These are the comments I love reading. Just getting people's opinions out there. Educated opinions. Opinions of people who actually leave substance. Because we have some comments sometimes with nothing. I hate that. It grinds my gears. Speaking the obvious without any anything. It just for some reason that irritates me, annoys me to no end. If you're gonna offer a critique or just say something like this, put some meat on the bones. I like this. This is good. Thank you for your comment. David Kringlin, 2479. Yeah, not paying $30 for a card that was $8 before the new set released. It will go back down once the meta is established and Beast OTK is on the top deck. And yeah, did someone leave a comment about how it dropped? No, I didn't grab that one. Yeah, it already dropped even before the video like technically came out. It was already falling and it's continuing to fall. The combo is not the most hyped thing in set 3. We built the combo, we have the deck, it works, it's cool, it's nice to get off, feels really good. But like there's other things you can play that are just, maybe better, more consistent, and that's fine. That's okay. You can have a crazy combo in the game. Doesn't mean it's gonna be like super consistent or whatever. It's just whatever. It's nice. It's good. Glad this person's being smart though. At 30, you sell, not buy. That Nico Lewis. MSRP is a safe floor. If it goes below that, I don't see why stores should match third-party seller. Not paying shipping and getting your box right then and there is worth the difference, in my opinion. That's a very interesting take. I'm going to counter-argument with the fact that there are... I don't want to say hundreds. Hundreds might be reaching it. But definitely close to 100 people I know throughout my time on the internet that are willing to wait a week or so, especially if there's no tournaments, or besides locals or whatever, to get a box at a discounted price. And by discounted, maybe they don't have to pay for shipping. Maybe it's $15 lower on TCG Player. Something like that. I know plenty of people that do that. I know so many people that do that. Now, for this person, his opinion is that, you know what? I'll pay the $10 and it's fine. Whatever. I'll get it right away. I'll enjoy it. Some people like the penny pinch, and maybe the $10 that they're spending on $10 they're saving from buying it online is $10 they can spend on something cool, like Dunkin' Donuts. That's something pretty cool to spend your money on, in my opinion. And like that's the logic, right? If you're patient, then you go cheaper. It sucks that that's the way it is because, well, you want to support local business, but some people just do go where the best price is, especially if time is not of an issue to them. So I definitely see both sides of it. I've definitely been both ways of it in my life. Back in the day when I wasn't Mr. Moneybags, which is not even true, like to the extent I make it sound like right now. But I don't know how to word this. Back in the day when I was just in high school and the university, I was penny pinching. And, I did this. I didn't have really support a local store at that time. I just did my shopping online if I wanted Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I was like, okay, where do I get the best deal? Oh, this website? All right, I'll wait a week. No problem. Like, I've been there. So I understand both sides of the argument. And at the end of the day, it is what you want to do. Larak. Ursula is an error card this set, first print. Says storyboard instead of Dreamborn, that's why the pricing is higher, just like befuddled foil errors go for more. People do love their mistakes. In card games, there's a whole collectible market in every card game about people, and there'll be mistakes, and it's just gonna be crazy. So yeah, that's fine. They'll errata it eventually, but the original printings will always be worth more. Yeah, this guy though, Darius Reed, says Ursula was my first enchanted in Lorcana, and I got her in the first pack of set 3. I'm incredibly grateful and happy about it. Yeah, who cares? Who cares if it's getting errata or not? Who cares? This is just nice. The Mickey Mouse card is awful, says John Blue. And there's another comment here. I thought Mickey Mouse Trumpeter is not a competitively good card. He's a Kitchen Table Fun card. I'm not sure what you are seeing in this card that is so good. Being able to play a larger correct character with him for 6 ink investment across 2 turns seems really weak. If he sticks around after the turn you play him, the opponent's definitely going to be challenged into it when he's exerted. There are better ways to play big characters using Sapphire Ramp and Amber cost reduction. This card needed to be inkable to have a chance of seeing play, so you can ink it in those matchups and against heavy removal. Love your content. Strongly disagree about this card. Okay. See, this is good. I don't mind people disagree with me if they share a reasonable argument. This is a reasonable argument. What I will say though is in my testing, and I know people that do test a lot, like Luxury Gaming, for instance. I know all those guys testing this game. I also know a bunch of Canadian players that are really going heavy into it. And we talk about Lorcana, and we talk about our ideas and our playtest ratios, for lack of better terminology. Look, there are ways to make this card work. People are not willing to see past it. People say, "Oh, dice to removal," and that's it. Like anything die to removal, technically. You know what I mean? The deck that I've had the most fun with it, I've had fun with it in two places. The first place I've had fun with it is in Steel Sapphire. You know, you can play this Mickey Mouse turn 3, and then you can use the Mickey Mouse to play something crazy like a Hades, or whatever else you want to play. And then you have a bodyguard dude, and then they can't really attack it, so they have to have removal for it. And then maybe you have Aurora as well to give it ward, because Aurora is still broken, by the way. In case anyone didn't know that, Aurora is still crazy if people don't know how to play against it. So like it makes it really awkward. It makes it hard to deal with. And the other really fun strat. This one's not so serious. This one's like more fun, but actually is doing a number on the meta. Is in Ruby because you can keep unsuspending it, which means you can't attack it, which means you have to use removal from it or something related to that. Anyway, I love the card. People I know either are mid on the card or love the card. Does that mean it's going to see a huge swamp of competitive play? Maybe not. Maybe it will stay in kitchen table tier. We don't know until we know. We'll know more in April, I guess, when they do the set championships. But the card's good. People are really sleeping on it, and one of these days we're gonna get some ridiculous 12-drop character in the game, or a 15-drop character in the game, and people will be like, "Huh, Mickey Mouse can just play this for free. Interesting." And then that's when you'll see the real value. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that right now the selection of creatures to play with Mickey Mouse Trumpeter, isn't that impressive. But give it time, and like, you think this game is not going to get like Emrakul related stuff or whatever down the road? Some 15 ink monster houses? It will. And when it does, Mickey Mouse is one of those cards that all of a sudden comes out of nowhere. You drop it, and then all of a sudden you get some big fat freaking card that the opponent can't deal with. Just give it time. Trust me. Great video as always. Keep these coming. I love the good comments like that. Really wholesome. Thank you, Justies. Last comment today goes to Fantasy Factory. Resist negates the damage Mr. Snee would receive. Plenty of cards of Steel and Sapphire where the 1 damage won't matter. Which is true. That's a very, very good comment. I don't know exactly what it was in regard to, but like that's a great comment. So keep the comments going, guys. For the most part, this week's comments were very nice, very thoughtful, very informative, and just all around a good treat to read. I enjoyed them very much. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. Bye!